All right, here we are again. Good morning, everyone, or good evening, or good afternoon. Sorry, we started slightly late there. I know there are a couple of people still coming on their way in here, so if you guys can just hang tight for, we'll give them 2-3 minutes, and then we're going to go ahead with this live broadcast. And in the meantime, it's good to see you. If you have any questions that you specifically want me to answer, anything that you want me to go over regarding MagLoft, please go ahead and type that in the chat so I can see it, and I'll make sure to get that covered through the presentation that I'll be doing in just a few minutes. So with that, let's give our late people just 2 minutes, and then we'll get started right away. Hi, Rolf. Good to see you. Whereabouts are you in the world today, by the way? That's okay. I hope that you can hear me okay and that you see me. I know the previous webinar we had a bit of a lag problem, so it would be great if you could just find the chat window. And awesome. Hi, Rolf. Good to see you. So sorry for the delay, man. We're just gonna wait. I know there are a couple of people that wanted to join. We'll give them a minute or two. Otherwise, we'll get on with the session here. Canada, awesome. Do you? I don't know. Probably a silly question, but yeah, I remember we had some good conversations via email. Yeah. Do you experience any kind of lag? So let's do a little test here. I'd love to see if it's worse or better than yesterday. When I give you the command, can you just type yes? So just get the yes ready, and when I give you the command, just go ahead and punch it into the chat. So I'll count down from 3, 2, 1, go. And yeah, we do have a slight delay. Okay, let's see how long it is. Come on, Ralph. Where's the yes? Is it really that bad? Let's see. Or maybe you step. There it is. Okay, so that's like, that's like a good 30, 40 seconds for me here. I'm going to try turn down the bandwidth a little bit. The image is probably going to be really bad. I hope it will improve in the response time at least. Let's try like this. Okay, I'm just going to send a final message to the people that aren't here. Just give me 1 minute. There we go. Almost there. And again, Rolf, if you have any questions, or maybe it's just good to start thinking about them, I'll give you an overview. I mean, I know you've been signed up for a long time, so it would be really cool if we could just jump into something specific for you. Let's see this one here. Yeah, Michael needs to. I typed it right as you counted down. Okay. Okay. Oh, there you go. So Webinar Jam, you sound like you have experience with it, which is cool. So I know a lot of people just like record webinars and replay them and pretend that they're live, but we are actually live. So that 30, 40-second delay might have an impact. But I'm gonna, if I ask you guys questions, I'll wait for a little bit, so just to make sure that I see your replies. Okay, cool. All right. Well, then I'll just pretty much start from the beginning. Hi, Michael. Thanks for joining. And we'll go over a little bit of MagLoft. And anytime you guys, if you hear me talk about something you want to know more about, just type it in the chat. Let me know, and I'll elaborate. Otherwise, I'll start by just doing a high-level overview, and then we can go and dig down into some specifics. Cool. So let's get started. I want to try and keep this one a little bit shorter than the last one. So first thing I'll do is I will share my screen. Should be up in just a sec. There it is, and share. Okay. Now I've just shared, so you'll probably get the audio right away, and I'll go ahead and explain. So obviously MagLoft, the short story in right around the January 2014, I decided that I wanted to make a WordPress magazine because I had a Danish WordPress blog site, and I wanted to expand to larger markets. I quickly figured out that it was crazily expensive. It was very, very complicated to do it yourself, to get these digital magazine apps in iOS. So decided to start MagLoft to create a do-it-yourself solution for pretty much people using the Baker framework. And since then, we've just evolved. The team has grown. We have an awesome team here today. And now we're a full-service digital publishing solution, so we can do pretty much anything: custom development, custom designs, which is very cool. So we're a team of 5. We're very lean, and we can react quickly, which gives us an advantage over larger, cumbersome companies. So the idea with MagLoft is that obviously it's free to join. You can always sign up for free. You can use all the tools that we have. You can use our editor. We have a preview app. Really get a feel of how the system works, how the editor works, and what the publishing sequence requires from you, because publishing an iOS app is no small thing. Apple doesn't make it very easy, but that's hopefully where we go in and make it a lot easier for the regular people. And then once you're happy and you're satisfied and your content looks great, then when you want to go live, that's when you activate a MagLoft subscription. So briefly, the process of publishing is first to generate content, then to set up your publishing profile, and then basically activate your account. So it's 3 kind of simple steps. Not always super easy, but we always try to make it easier. So there are a couple ways that you can add content. Right now, I'm in my own MagLoft account. You can see here, these are all the different magazines that I'm working on. Most of them are tests. But again, there's no limit to the number of magazines that you can work on. You only activate when you're ready to publish a magazine. So you can do a lot of different testing and just play around with it. So this is the MagLoft magazine app. This is the preview app that we use. So it's live in the app stores already. And I want to show you how I can add a new issue really, really quickly. I always do that. So first of all, I want to give my new issue a title. So this is the Bikini Body Guide that I will be uploading. So I'm pretending I'm Kayla Itsinas. She's a very well-known trainer, and I have a PDF. So I'm just going to select my PDF and open it. And this will upload the PDF to the MagLoft portal. In here, /portal, that's what we call our publishing portal. So if I say portal at any time, then I'm in here in the web interface. Cool. So after the PDF uploads, it's going to start converting. And what this means is that it's converting the PDF to a format that our editor can read and apply new widgets to. So when this is done, we'll go in and we'll have a look at how we can do that. Now, of course, another way, this is great for people that have PDFs, but we're honestly not really fans of PDFs because they're fixed in a certain aspect ratio. So when you go on different screen sizes and orientations, it will stretch and leave gaps on the screen. So it doesn't really look good. And you all know the pinch to zoom problems. It's not a great user experience. So another way to add content would be using our HTML5 editor. So again, I'm just going to give it a title. And then instead of upload, I'm going to select create new issue. And this is going to allow me to select a design. So what we really want to do is we want to build out this section here. So have like hundreds of designs eventually, both free and premium, kind of a WordPress theme directory, as you know. So the idea is you can select a design to work with, and we're going to choose the CityMag one. And here is our issue. So this doesn't actually create a cover issue. In order to upload a cover, you just click the upload icon, and you could, I think I have a demo cover, not very fancy. What cover is this? No, I'll use the iPad demo cover. Just open that, and it'll upload a cover for this issue. There we go. And so I'll get into details on what you can do more with the editor. These are the two main ways that you can add content, either with the PDF or the editor itself. We also support HPub format. So if you have InDesign and you have the In5 plugin, you can export your InDesign to this HPub format, which is basically just a mini website that has JavaScript, CSS, HTML pages, your assets, images, and so forth, compressed into a single file. That's the format that our iOS and Android apps use to display the issues. So you can upload a complete HPub file as well, same as the upload button, same way we did with the PDF. One of the things that we want to also add to this content is uploading a website. So if you have a web designer or know someone that can do that, you can design a website and zip it and then just upload it to MagLoft, and we'll create all the other things needed for the app to actually display it. That's not live yet, but that's one of the things that we're working on and having created. Cool. So that was briefly about adding content. Now that's the first step. The second step is going into the publishing section. And this is really information that we need in order to customize, create, and publish your iOS and Android apps. So I'm just going to go to I think Gooseraba perhaps. So you can see I can switch magazines easily just by selecting from the list. And if I go to the publishing section, you see it's just basically 0. So the idea here is you complete each of these sections on the left. So you'd start with your basic magazine information. This is my description. And as soon as you update the field or navigate away from it or hit enter, you can see the progress, overall progress now increases. And so does this small progress bar over here. We're a fan of progress bars. We like to see how well we're doing. And basically the goal is to get them all green as the screenshots are here. So basic information, there's subscription information. Is it a free issue? Is it a free magazine? Does it have a subscription, a paid subscription? If it's free, then you just select it and you're done. You can see it change to green. If it's paid, you have some options to select what type of paid subscription do you want to offer. Integrations, we will also be adding more of these, but we do parse for push notifications. We do Google Analytics for in-app tracking, what buttons are pressed, what pages are viewed, and things like that. And you can also update with Facebook to track your campaigns. If you do pay campaigns, you can track which ads actually generate installs. Now, images and icons is probably one area where you'd spend some time if you don't have these assets already. So we do need 3 graphics. We need a logo that we use for the top shelf in the app. I'll show you that in a bit. We need an app icon, and a feature graphic for Android for the Google Play Store. And you can see there are dimensions and restrictions listed below. We can talk about these a little bit later as well. So select screenshots is a new feature that we've created, fairly new. I'll show you that in another magazine that has some issues. And then lastly, the developer account setup. So this is where it's of course a requirement that I say of course because for us it's like given, but you need your own developer account for Apple and for Google Play. Apple is $99 per year. That's Apple. It's got nothing to do with MagLoft. Everybody needs that. And Google is $25 for life. The reason why we do it is for two reasons. One, you remain in control of your app. You can always submit a new update. You can always change to another provider if that's what you wish. We don't lock you in. It's your app. It's your business. You should remain in control of it. Many other providers, they say, don't worry about that. We'll take care of it for you. But actually what they're saying is, thank you very much. We're going to own your app and you can't move it out of our account. So that's something you need to be aware of. The other reason is, of course, that you remain in control of your finances. Any revenue that you generate from your magazine apps will go into your developer accounts. And from there, you can withdraw it to bank accounts. So using your own accounts definitely must have to remain in control. Cool. So once you reach green, it will be like all dandy. There's going to be a rocket here, I think. You're going to be able to launch. And that's the time where you would hit the upgrade now button. You'll be sent to our purchase screen. And if you're happy and everything's going well, then you'll upgrade. And then we will get started with publishing your app right away. I should mention that our normal price is $3.99 one-time setup fee and a $99 monthly subscription. The $3.99 setup fee is something we've had to apply because there is a lot of manual work actually going into customizing and making sure that the apps look the way you guys want and getting them published. For this week, we're doing a hackathon. So we're removing the setup fee. We have a special coupon that you can use that will eliminate the $3.99. So you can get started for $99 monthly. And of course, we have a 30-day money-back guarantee. So there's no risk on your end. And so it's a chance to go ahead and get the MagLoft account without the setup. You got 30 days to get your content ready, and for whatever reason, if you don't make it or you don't feel it, just shoot us an email and you'll get an instant refund. So that was the promo of the day, and of course with the subscription, it's everything included. So it's hosting, it's bandwidth, it's of course our service, the MagLoft publishing service, it's push notifications. We just bundle it all up so you don't have to worry about any hidden costs or unknown factors that you don't know about. And even then, we're still the cheapest provider out there compared to the things that we offer. All right, that was the promo of the day. So let me just, I've been babbling along here. Let me jump back into the webinar. I'm going to stop sharing. I'm back. Anything from what I've just told you guys that you'd like elaborated, or any questions that you have from that? And I'm just going to check. I know some of you answered questions before you attended, so I'm going to make sure that I get those answered. Awesome. Okay, Rolf, very, very cool. I have some good news for you a little bit later in the webinar. Cool. So let me just make sure. So a lot of people really wanted to know how to publish apps. So in case you guys don't have any questions now, I can explain a little bit more about that. And then the other high vote was how to use the editor. So if you guys don't have any objections or questions, I'll just wait a little bit before I start because I know that there's this silly delay. And yeah, let me know if I'm moving too fast or talking too fast. I can slow it down. It's possible. All right. All right, cool. Well, excuse me. Let's look into the whole publishing sections then. I'll share my screen again so we can have a look in the portal. And that should be up and running now. So again, really, this publishing section that I went through and I just described, this is a one-time thing for each magazine that you want to publish. And maybe I should clarify because it always confuses sometimes. So when we use the word magazine, we mean the actual app. So with MagLoft, when you order one magazine, you get an app for Android, you get an app for iOS, and you get a HTML5 app as well, which can be used as a web viewer or people can visit the URL on their phones. So we cover all the major platforms. So one magazine is one app across all platforms. And when we use the word issue, it's the actual content. So it's the issues inside of the app or inside of the magazine. So when you upgrade your MagLoft subscription, you get one magazine, one app across all platforms, but you get unlimited issues. So you can always publish a new issue. And here in the publishing section, we're talking about the app. So we're talking about the magazine app. It's a few steps that you need to go through, but you only need to set it up once for every magazine app. So I'm gonna jump back to our MagLoft magazine because this is already published. Now, if I've been a good boy, this should be all green. Okay, it's almost. Select screenshots. This is the latest feature that we have that I can show you here. So these screenshots are used for app stores to promote your magazine app. And I could just select here our bikini body guide. Out here on the right, you have your issue list. So you can select any page from any issue to get displayed here. So I'll just take the cover of the bikini body guide. And it allows you to select up to 5 screenshots. You really should try and get 5. The more, the better. And then you can see it also goes green. So I'm all green here. And you can see it says ready to go. My status is active. I've already gone ahead and activated my subscription. And then I can just click the publish now. I'm going to click the publish now just to show you guys. And we'll have a look at that. I think this is a special magazine because it's our company magazine. But anyways, then it will show that we're working on it and it's underway. And then you're done. That's the magazine app. It will take us only a day to set up and publish your apps if everything goes well and you don't have any changes. Apple takes about 10 days to review and approve, and Google does it within a few hours. So almost from the time that you activate your subscription and you publish, you'll have a live app in Android, Google Play, within the first day. So that's for the app. Once that's done, it's done and it's live. With the issues, it gets a little bit more fun because they are published instantly. Let me show you. I'm gonna see if I have to swap to another screen. Here we go. Hopefully you'll be able to see. This is the simulator, the Xcode simulator. It's previewing our latest app design, our layout for the iOS app. And you can see it looks a little bit better. We have now a premiere issue or latest issue that gets promoted a little bit bigger. We've got a big subscribe button, which is great for paid issues and magazines. And of course, again, you have your back issue listed here below. So this one is live. It's a live app. And if I go back, actually, I think I'm just going to share my screen. It's going to be easier. Screen one, should get both of them. So here, if I go back into the portal, you can see the Bikini Body Guide is in an editing state. So this here is just a status of your issue. And you can see there's a pack icon here. You need to make sure that this actually is a download icon. I know it's not very, very clear, and we'll make this much, much easier to understand. But when I hit pack, it's converting the PDF or the edited version into an HPUB file, basically. So it's just making the file ready for devices to download and display. It won't take long. So once that's done, I can show you in the app. Under settings, we have a couple of options. So here I'm just going to say awesome guide for neat workouts. Yeah, I know. And I'm going to give it a date. So you can give it a date in the future. If I do it for September 17, you can maybe see here in the background that it changed to a scheduled state with the yellow icon. I'll just close here. Obviously, you'll see it's now scheduled, and it will show the published date if you hover. If I go back and I change the published date to today, Tuesday, at least for us here in Indonesia, you'll see that it then says published. Let's go out here. So now this is published and it's live. It's ready to go live. And because I just went in and I changed some settings in here, the pack icon now comes back. So basically, the pack icon will come back as soon as there are changes made to the issue. Actually, if I go in here to the PDF and I make some changes and I come out, the pack icon will also show here. So I know it's packed. I know there are no changes here that I need to save. Settings and detail settings, you can see there's some, if you only want it to be portrait or landscape, you can increase the zoom level if you want to allow readers to zoom in even more. And there's some different navigation settings here. You can clone the issue and you can delete the issue. We can talk more about these in a sec. So now we have a new issue. It's in a published state. So let's go and have a look at the simulator. You guys should be able to see this hopefully now. All right. And as soon as I refresh, or if I'm a reader and I open the app, you'll see that K-Light Zenith is now promoted here as the latest issue because I just went in from the portal. So from the web, I publish an issue and instantly it's inside the magazine apps. So I can hit the free button and download it. I know the connection is a little bit slow through the simulator, but we can come back and have a look when it's done. So I hope that covers, the basic publishing. So the biggest step is just getting the app itself ready. And here, the graphics that you need to upload. I mean, it can be as simple. You can see actually you can see here. So this is the header logo. It's just the MagLoft logo. Basically, this is just a text font from Photoshop, and it's transparent. And you can see it's the logo up here in the top of the magazine. We have this magnify effect when you scroll down. And of course, it's responsive. So if you go landscape, it will go even wider, and you can see the covers go a little bit bigger. I could quickly mention also a new feature that we have for the iOS app and also for the Android app. Now, when you hit the info tab, you can actually offer this sign up form for your readers. Now, this is great for lead capture. People will be able to register, and then they'll be able to synchronize all the issues that they have across all their devices. So it doesn't matter if it's an iOS device or a different iPad and iPhone, they can log in here and restore all their issues. What's really cool about this, especially for those that are interested in doing premium content, is that once they log in, you can also log in here, then there'll be a coupon field, and each issue in MagLoft will have a coupon that you can share with users, do contests or whatever. And when they enter that coupon, it will unlock the premium content. So we're going to expand on this as well for those that will offer free subscriptions and free issues. So you'd be able to lock some content and say, well, if you want this, please opt in and we'll release it to you. So very similar to online lead capture pages and offers. All right, I'm just checking here over in the chat, make sure that I'm not missing any questions. If you guys have any questions or want me to elaborate on some of these things, I know I talk a lot, so maybe I cover it all, but please go ahead and just add it in the chat. Good, so yeah, that was the publishing, the magazine app, and creating content, uploading a PDF, and the settings in order to get it in a published state so that it will show up inside the simulator. Cool. All right, let's see here. If there is anything, just go ahead, let me know, guys. I know we have a slight delay. So, good. All right. So I can tell you a little bit about what's coming, what we're working on. So this week we have a hackathon. We're working on a new type of app, new type of iOS app. The traditional magazine app has always been, bundle some content into an issue, download the issue, and make it available. So we're actually working on a streamlined version as well that will allow you to basically stream content from your website. And it will also allow you to, okay, cool. So it'll also allow you to actually connect your blog. We're working on 2 blog integrations at the moment, which will, for those of you that do blogs already, you have the content, you might even already have the following, but you can't get your blog into app stores because you need a native device or a native app for that. So with MagLoft, you can basically connect your blog, you can pull in your content, you can curate it, you can create these issues, you can add full page ads if you want, you can add videos, and create issues based on the content that you already have. So that's pretty cool. We're excited about that. We know a lot of people have blogs. I mean, WordPress is dominating the internet at the moment, right? So we're really excited about that. I have to be careful that I don't promise too much, but I would say that within a month, we should at least have some demo prototype to share with you guys. So look out for that. We're also working on a visual app builder. This will allow you to actually see what the magazine app will look like. So if you go back to the publishing section here, right now all you have to go by is images and icons. So you know that you're going to have a, oh, sorry, you're not seeing my screen. One sec. There we go. Should be up. So here in the publishing section, you just have the transparent logo, the icon, and you can set a background color. What you don't know is, I should have shared my entire screen. So this is me working Webinar Jam and Google Hangouts. I'm not a pro yet, but I'm getting there. Here we go, the entire screen. There. So if I bring up the app again, you can see we have a lot of different areas that you can also color now. I mean, the text font size, color can be changed. The premier issue background color can be changed. Button colors can be changed. You know, text, we can even change that. Any color that you see on here, we can change. So we'll be adding a lot more options in here in the publishing section, so that you can set these different colors and styles and click update, and you'll be able to see a preview of what it would look like in the actual app once it's built. So that's going to help tremendously, I think, helping you guys design your apps so you can see what they look like before you go ahead and decide to activate your accounts. Yeah, we're looking forward to that. That's going to be really cool. I have some notes here as well. So yes, we're looking at automating app building, which will allow you to create new app versions much faster. Let's say we launch a new feature and your app version is an older version, doesn't have that new feature. You basically just go in and click the button and say, I want this, and our system will automatically make sure that your app gets updated and published to the app stores as well. And all that is actually going to open up a couple of doors for us as well. So we'll be able to look at our pricing model, as that will be freeing up a lot of our resources. We want to scale the business. We want to just get this solution, this option, this tool into as many hands as possible that want to use it. So that's coming up, and we have it's still early days, but we have a potential partnership coming up that we're excited to tell you guys about. We're not allowed to do so yet. It's not completely finalized. Hopefully within a week or two it will be, and we'll make an announcement. But that's going to help a lot on the development plans that we have as well. So exciting times coming up. We're excited to be building this for you guys. And yeah, looking forward to see what you do with it. So guys, that basically wraps up what I wanted to show you. I'll just double check the survey. Okay, how to publish your app, we've done that. How to use the editor, we haven't done that so much, but let me just check in on you guys, because I'll be doing webinars twice a day for the entire week of this hackathon. So there'll be another one in 11 hours from now, and of course until Friday as well. So all right, we've been going for about 35 minutes. If you guys are up for it, I'll go ahead and jump into the editor and show you a little bit around how you can use that. Just give me a yes in the chat. I'll probably just go ahead and do it anyway. So let's get rid of this here. Can you still see my screen? Yeah. Cool. All right, so back to create content. I'll show you the PDF first, because if you're not aware, it's actually possible to go in and add widgets on top of the PDF, and I'll show you a couple. So here we have the cover page. I'm gonna select another page. Let's see, I think page 20 is a pretty good page. Exercise workout. So let's say I wanted to add a video into this PDF. I can go to my widgets and I'll drag in the YouTube widget. I can place it anywhere I want. This is different from the HTML editor, which is not absolute like we're doing here. So I can drag it again, just using the handle, and in the bottom right corner, I can scale it out. And you can see it looks a bit weird because the aspect ratio, I'm trying to get this placed neatly, something like that. For each widget that you select, in the right-hand side, there's always going to be some properties and some options. And here, one of them is aspect ratio. I can change that to widescreen, and you can see now there's no more border. So I'm going to place this one right below here. Good. And the YouTube ID, I don't want to show this. I've shown it so many times. So I'm just going to go to YouTube. I'm going to search for Miss Kayla Encinas. I'm sure that there are a couple of her videos out here. She's that's a 30-minute one. There we go. That's not her. Kayla Encinas review. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to select the video. I'm going to quickly pause it. And you can see from, yes, thank you. All right. Here it says watch V equals. Whatever comes after the equals is the video ID. So I'm just going to copy that. I'm going to go back into MagLoft. I'm going to make sure I have the YouTube selected. And here the YouTube ID, I'm just going to replace that. Oh, it actually got a space in. And there you can see instantly it pulls in the video that I found from YouTube. So here I can go ahead and I can play it. And we're probably going to see the ad. We're not. There it is. So that's one way to add a YouTube video onto your PDF. I'm going to save that up. And of course, there's also a Vimeo as well. We've got SoundCloud, we've got MailChimp, Facebook for Facebook pages, Google Maps, buttons, and a PDF link. So let me drag that in. I don't actually want to have it here. I want to do a different page. Let's say there's got to be an index, right, Kayla? All right, we'll do page 21. I'm pretty sure I saved that up. Page 21. So let's say these were like small video thumbnails, for instance. I can then go to the widget. I can drag in a PDF link, and I can hover it and size it over here. And then this is now a link. If I double click it, I get the link icon, and then I can go and say this is either to a external URL or it's going to link to another page. So this is great for table of contents. You know, you can just link your table of contents and link to another page. Of course, you can also do this if you use InDesign or however you create your PDF. If you have annotations, we will automatically create these PDF links. So they come over. So it's really only if you want to add some extra links. And here, the style, you can say flash, you can say overlay, or you can say none. So the overlay will just show a constant overlay. The flash will flash at the moment indefinitely. We'll change that. We'll add some more settings. And of course, you can have a none. So then there will be no style, but it'll be hard to see, but depending on what your content looks like, of course. So I'll save that up, and you know, that was okay. Great. So that was adding just a couple of things. I can see you guys are asking. Let me just follow up here. Morning, gentlemen. Good morning. Are widgets responsive even in PDF, or does using PDF force all content to be restricted in master? That's a great question. It's early morning here, so people are waking up. It's a great question. So because it's PDF and because it isn't responsive, we're forced to scale it. So let's actually have a look at the page here for the video. Page 20. I'm sorry about the noise in the background, guys. It will be over soon. So here we have the video, and if I go to an iPhone size, you can see the video, it will scale, it will resize, but it will scale the aspect ratio of the PDF. Same if I go on an iPad landscape, it will still scale. There are, let's see, it does actually fit very, very nicely. So on PDFs, you will see that they scale, but we can't make it responsive. The whole idea of going from PDF to responsive is, I would almost say, like a magic bullet. it's just so different structured content that it's almost impossible. But it's you know, companies are focused on trying to solve that problem. Did I mention there's a plugin for InDesign called In5? So it will convert it to HTML, but it won't make it responsive. We are working on, actually we have a solution, we have a feature already where you can upload 2 versions of an issue. So if you are using InDesign, or if you consider using InDesign, then you can use I think it's called layouts, and you can design it for iPad, you can design it for iPhone, you can export both, and you can upload both to MagLoft, and we will know, our server will know if it's a phone or a tablet that's requesting it. So that's kind of a combating that one. So Rolf, did I get that explained well enough? Let me know, otherwise I'll elaborate. So for the HTML, it's different. I can show that in a sec. Michael says, explain a little more about e-commerce inside the magazine app. Thanks. Awesome. And how about templates? Cool. So e-commerce within the app. Let me see here. I think I'm still sharing my screen, right? Yep. So this is a free magazine. Normally, you could have a paid subscription and paid issues, and you would see them under subscribe here and subscribe here. Actually, I might be able to show, because I'm using, let's see here. I can do it for an issue at least. Let's say this is, Kayla here is a premium content. Then I'll go into settings and I'll flip this switch from a free issue to a paid issue. And I'll give it a price tier. So this is important. If you're setting up your magazine for the first time, if you're thinking of going forward with MagLoft, then you can set up issues and you can give them prices like the price tier. You can see the prices here. And then we'll go ahead and make sure that that's actually set up in your developer accounts as well. You can see what happens now is this issue gets a product ID. And if I close, it's now a paid issue. And if I go back into the app and I refresh, sorry, I have to archive this first, then you can see it says updating price. And it will continue to stay there because you actually need to log into your iTunes Connect and create this in-app purchase. So every time you create a new issue, you have to go to iTunes Connect and create that in-app product. And you have to take the product ID that MagLoft gives you and copy paste that into iTunes Connect. And then there you give it a price. This price here is for us when we set up your issues the first time. So we know what price you want to give the issue. I said earlier we're working on automation, and that's also going to be part of this. So wishful thinking for you guys, obviously, and for all of us that are doing this, it would be great if we just say paid issue and give it a price and done. That will be possible as soon as we have that coding in place. It's quite a challenge, but we're getting there, and it's definitely going to be possible. But for now, I've made another video that shows you exactly how you go in and publish a new paid issue, what you need to set up and where. So this would then show up here. There would be a price, just like you have down here, free, it would be a price. And also if you give your magazine a subscription, when you click this, you will have different options. You can do it monthly, you can do yearly, and it will show here which type of subscription that you want to subscribe for. So that's in-app purchases, monetizing throughout the app. Of course, monetizing inside the issues is totally up to you guys. You can have, you can copy paste affiliate code into issues. Let's see here, for example, if I go back into the editor, this is just a demonstration, guys. So I can take the HTML5 widget, I can put it in. I could do like a full page thing if I wanted to, or maybe you've designed the top part and the bottom part here is any kind of code that an affiliate has given you that you can promote. Maybe it's even a banner. So here what you would have to do is you would start with the iframe, and you give it a source that equals some URL. So that could be the URL banner, the URL of the HTML page that you want to insert, excuse me, into your issue here. So you can promote any offers as well in here. I can do another a video actually, perhaps, on how to get a banner in there. It could be pretty cool. And of course, we also have the MailChimp widget. Lots of people use MailChimp. We can definitely add support for any other type of autoresponder or CRM. And here, this is just a demo page. We decided not to create a template builder for forms because, at least for MailChimp, they have an excellent one, and they just give you a URL, and you can copy paste that URL and put it into MagLoft here, and then it will update. That also allows you to update your form live from MailChimp instead of coming in here and changing it around and repacking and submitting. So there's a list building option there. You can give a free offer and monetize on your back end, like a lot of affiliate marketers are doing today. So I hope, Michael, that cleared up e-commerce inside the magazine app. You got your in-app purchases. You can sell single issues. You can do subscriptions. We're also, so I mentioned the coupon feature that we're having. That's actually going to be live in the new version coming out. You can use that as promotion. So you could basically sell a coupon from your website and then just redeem it inside the app. So there's quite a bit of options of doing that. I hope that covers your question. And lead capture with Aweber a challenge? I don't think so. We just haven't had a lot of people ask for it. It's quite simple for us to create these widgets. So we're always open. If you guys have suggestions or ideas, we can definitely add it for other services as well. As for templates, so that would be, I'm guessing, Michael, this is for the editor template. So we have a current marketplace, and this is one area of MagLoft that we really want to build on as well. It hasn't moved that much in the last few months, but we actually want to have like a lot more templates here. And all these templates are, if you're familiar with the Twitter Bootstrap, so it's based out of the core Twitter Bootstrap framework, which means that it's responsive and it has a lot of inbuilt features that we can build on top of. Let's go ahead and create a new issue. So I'll give this a title. This would be the Metro theme. And here is the Metro theme, and I'll go back into the editor. So I can demo a few responsive features here. Let's go with this article page. So again, our idea is to have a lot more of these to choose from. We actually have like we call it a TDK, so a theme development kit. Eventually, it will allow anyone to create a theme for the MagLoft editor. So our hopes is that it will open up for kind of a marketplace where designers can create themes, free themes and premium themes, and which will, of course, then give a lot more options for publishers. But I'm going to go ahead and create this page here. And you can see it's quite a simple design. It will collapse neatly if I go to the phone. Everything resizes and in a responsive way so that it remains, it fits the screen. If I go on landscape here, there's not going to be any. You can even see how the background image changes in size. So it really fills out everything, and it looks pretty neat. There is another theme actually I would want to show. So that's the city mag. Just because it already has some columns set up, so it's easier for me to show you guys. And here we go. So here is an example of the responsiveness. It looks great on the tablet, and if you go to the phone, these columns will collapse and it'll just be one long column so that the content remains easy to read and easy to see. Now, let's say, for example, I will make a really quick demo here. So I'll take a widget. I'm going to do the columns widget. I'm going to put it underneath the heading here. I am going to snipe some of this text, copy that. I'm going to create another widget, a paragraph widget, put it inside the first column, and just replace the text with that. And get another widget, paragraph, and put it in here. So here I have two columns with text. And maybe you want to have two columns of text on your phone as well. As you can see, by default, it will collapse, it's below, and go into a single column. If you select the column, and then over here in the properties, you have a column collapse or collapse columns, and you can say never. That means when you then go on the phone, you will actually have, or you should have at least, two columns here. That's interesting. I can see if I do it with the columns here, collapse, never, and I go to the phone, you can see that the three columns are still there on the phone. So that might work if you have small icons like share icons that you want to have in the top and the bottom of each page. Maybe it's a navigation, things like that. So you can control when things collapse and when they don't. At least usually you can. It says phone. I thought I update. Never and phone. Okay, there we go. Don't know. I must have missed it before. So here you have your two columns if you really want it, because you can still go landscape on the phone and then it might look okay still. So that's a lot of the responsiveness in here. Let me just see. Again, there are different widgets that you can play around with and learn. The slider is probably one of the cooler latest ones. This is not a regular image slider. Let's see here, let's give it 50. So here's one of the options, the margin bottom. I just push this down a little bit. So this is a content slider. So you can basically take any widget and build inside here. So maybe I want the heading. Maybe I want a layer below the heading because I want to give it some padding down here, padding left. Maybe I just want to do like 5%. Padding right here, I just want to do 5%. So you can see I get a nice smooth padding in here, and then I can continue to build my content. That could be anything. I mean, it could even be a MailChimp widget that we stick in here. And then here you can see we would have to adjust the height. We can actually just do like and you can even scroll inside when you get there. And of course, go to another slide and build another content here. You can, of course, also use it for images, for regular image slider. I mean, I can talk forever about the different widgets and things that you can do in here. So I think what we'll do is we'll have a separate webinar probably, or video for that, so that I don't go over time here. But yeah, I hope that demonstrated a little bit about the responsiveness. So PDF versus the actual editor, where this is truly responsive, and the other one will just scale in size. Right, and the templates Michael, did I cover that okay? Was there something else that you had in mind, where maybe some other templates? Just giving you guys a little bit of time to reply. I know there's the lag, the delay. Yeah. All right, I'll give you a little bit more time. I feel I've covered most of what I wanted to on this live webinar. Again, there'll be twice a day. We'll be online on the site for as long as we can. So if you want to do a live chat, you can also just go to magloft.com and hit up the chat box. We'll be keeping you guys up to date with what's happening. Obviously, we have our promotion running as well. So actually, let me try. I made this very fancy, or not fancy, pop-in here. So we have this free setup offer during excuse me, during our hackathon. So it's a $399 discount. It's very simple. You just go to your MagLoft account and activate your magazine that you want to publish. And at the checkout, you just use the code webinar, and it will remove the setup fees that we have for iOS and Android apps. So you can get started for $99. And of course, there's a 30-day money back guarantee on that as well. So my question is, do you see a pop-in? I'm curious because I've just activated it, and supposedly you should see this pop-in on your screen. So if you could just confirm if you see that or not, that would be great. And I see we just hit 1 hour, so I really, my goal today was to keep it at 30 minutes, but at least around an hour should be more than enough. You guys are, of course, always welcome to also book a one-on-one Skype. Let me just get that in there as well. Go to book.magloft.com. That's where we have a, okay, cool, so it's showing. So just keep that in mind. The coupon webinar, and you can get that set up free. So book.magloft.com, there's an online calendar. Just make sure you select your time zone, and then you can see what time slots I have available for a one-on-one Skype. So we can always do that as well. Cool. So guys, anything before we stop here? I know we're eager to do our morning stand-up, so we'll do that right after this. And then we're going to get to work on creating more awesome stuff for you guys. So I should have like almost like a 2-minute break, just to make sure that you guys get your questions out there. And if not, then we'll just call it for the day, or for the morning. Actually, there's another one tonight. Selv tak, Rolf. Det var en fornøjelse. Thank you. You're welcome. Thanks for showing up. Really appreciate it. And yeah, we'll do more of these. It's fun, and hopefully you get some good questions answered. Cool. All right. Well, if there's anything, you know where to find me, on the website, on my email, on Skype. And as always, we're happy to help. All right, thanks a lot for coming, guys. I hope you got some good info out of this, and talk to you soon, and see you in another video or another webinar or in an email. All right, bye-bye.